The date today is the 30th of June, and it's been 2 days since my boy Charles Oliveira was brutally murdered by ILIA TOPURIA. I know I said I'd make a part 2 to Joseph, and but things happen. My boy got killed. Like, I'm on bereavement right now, bro. Like, someone I grew up with just got murdered. So today, I'm making an episode on straight up villains. Just to clarify though, when I say villains, I'm not talking about straight up pure evil, no redeeming qualities. That's for another episode. I'm focusing more on the villains who are tough, the ones that love to aura farm, the ones that are straight up menaces. Look, I'm Mr. Put You On. I'm putting you on. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to talk to you about villains everybody's already talked about before. Thanos, Darth Vader, MADARA. Okay, I might make an exception for this fella. But you know what? I'm going to double it and I'm going to pass it on, because MADARA is not the only villain. His whole lineage, his whole bloodline, the whole Uchiha clan are straight up villains. Exhibit A, MADARA vs. the Shinobi Alliance.
Is that so? You know what I was like during my glory days, do you?
No. That's one of the reasons I brought you here now. To show me your legendary Uchiha power.
Very well then.
I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, man. This guy is just a demon. Like, when it comes to aura farming, this man is a prime example for what it looks like. All I'm going to do is talk about one scene, and I'm pretty sure most of you know which one I'm hinting towards. Yes, that time when this fella got revived and proceeded to run a 1v1,000,000. A 1v1,000,000. Let's just take a minute to really rewind on what I just said. This guy just got revived. Understand? Revived. Like, he had died. He was dead, nail in the coffin, stone cold dead. And the second he got revived / reanimated, the first thing this guy does isn't try and look at like how much society's changed. No, it's to run the fade with all the young ninjas of the whole world. That's the other thing. Like, it's not even like he just got jumped after being revived. This was voluntary. Bro wanted to fight 1,000,000 shinobi. If this feat wasn't enough aura farming for this guy, he then proceeds to aura farm the whole fight. You may be wondering how it's even possible to aura farm in a 1v1,000,000. Let me show you. Firstly, this fella proceeds to throw hands with all these guys wielding blades, shurikens, kunai, whatever. He then proceeds to tank a joint fireball attack. Like, all of them. By the way, this isn't like he's getting jumped by like 100 people. 1,000,000, by the way. So like, I can't remember how many of them, but like a lot of them. Like, throw a fireball attack at him. To which he replies, just like your average old head would, he proceeds to tell you how his generation would have washed you. And you know what? I've got to give credit where credit is due. He does instantly return with his own attack, which takes out most of them. There's also a part towards the end of the fight where he gets jumped. Yeah, I know, again, this guy cannot catch a break. And it's by the 5 Kage. So essentially, the strongest 5 ninja of each nation team up to jump this guy. And instead of complaining about it, he decides to reverse the roles. And he creates 25 clones to reverse jump these fellas. Like, bro, what? Someone nerfed this guy. To add insult to injury, he asks them if they want
All
their
of these
clones
to
to
use
use Susanoo.
Susanoo.
Yeah, my bad. I got carried away. But truthfully, man, like, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Because this fella's whole lineage moves like this. But honestly, if I start talking about Sasuke, Obito, Itachi, etc., we're going to be here forever. And I really have something I want to get off my chest. If you think villains like MADARA only exist in fiction, think again. Because I'm going to introduce you to ILIA TOPURIA. This man, he's been on a Thanos type of run right now. And brother, he's only 27 years of age. To give you a little bit of further context, by UFC standards, most fighters enter their prime around the age of 30 to 31. Which means, This guy hasn't even entered his prime yet. And his current feats are knocking out the at-time 5-time featherweight champion, knocking out the 3-time featherweight champion and the BMF, and knocking out a 1-time lightweight champion who holds the highest number of submissions in UFC history. But this isn't even what makes him such a terrifying villain. It's his crazy amounts of self-confidence. I know this seems crazy to say, but he genuinely seems like he's some sort of written character, or like he's like from fiction or anime or something. Allow me to elaborate. So, his fight with Volk. Bro was dropping all these IG caption worthy one-liners to the point where everyone thought Volk would humble him. How wrong we were. With Oliveira, not only does this fella constantly drop these tough one-liners, he also proceeds to apologize to him before the fight. He says, "I wish it wasn't you."
I'm paralyzed from neck down. Then your family will gather around your hospital bed to see the new day.
Okay, he know we just talking. We just talking here, right?
Can I see you as my crush?
Bro, what? Bro, this is genuine crash out behavior. This is the equivalent to crying for your ops. If someone ever said this to me, best believe I have left the function, bro. You will not see me in a 40-meter radius. I wish it wasn't you. Bro, this is actually a crazy thing to say. Bear in mind, this guy isn't just saying this to some random guy. He's saying it to Charles Oliveira, an actual literal killing machine. That isn't all either. It gets worse. This guy is so respectfully disrespectful. It's crazy. The night before the Oliveira fight, a big fight in any fighter's career, you'd expect a fighter to rest, to mentally prepare. Not for this absolute menace, because bro, this guy goes to a restaurant and proceeds to celebrate his victory one day before the fight. What kind of aura farming is this? He had me deadass thinking I accidentally missed the fight. And that's what makes it worse. It's the fact that everything he says he's able to back up.
Well, he's already busted up. Oh! Out cold.
A man of his word.
For my next example, I have got a crazy real pull. So rare, most of you fellas probably don't know who this is. So let me do my job and let me put you on. So I'm going to be introducing you to the Chaser from Vector. Yeah, if you don't know who that is, let me explain. Vector is a game that's like, it's kind of confusing what the actual storyline is, but it follows a shadowy figure. When I say shadowy, it's literally like a shadow, who seems to be working in a sort of dystopian 1974 type of office. And for some unknown reason, one day he snaps and he escapes the office via parkour. And that's the whole premise of the game. It's you playing as this escapee, trying to run away from the one man this corporation or government sent to track you down. That one man they send is the Chaser. What makes this guy so scary in my opinion is the fact that we know nothing about him. He doesn't have a name or lore, and even his character is just a shadow with a taser who, if he catches you, he won't hesitate to put you down. We're thrown into this game and all we know about him is that we have to run from him to survive. That's what makes his character so uneasy. The Chaser from Vector, he's a machine who just hunts and hunts and hunts you down, and for no other reason than the fact that this is his job! My final example for this episode is none other than the NUMBERTAKER. This man was a threat. If you were a number and you were living during this man's career, bro, yeah, GG's, man. Like, the average number conversation probably sounded like this.
If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
One of Satan's greatest soldiers was King Von.
Something was wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man.
This man was moving like 2012 Heat Braun. No number was safe. He could manipulate, steal, or just downright change numbers for no apparent motivation apart from his sick enjoyment in watching the world in chaos. Not only that, what makes this man such a terrifying force to be reckoned with is the fact that he always pulls up in all white. I want you fellas to really deep it. Take a seat if you haven't already. Take a deep breath and imagine yourself as a powerful apex predator. Someone who strikes pure fear in the hearts of not just a couple individuals, but a whole race of people. And out of anything you could possibly wear, you choose to wear an all-white suit with a top hat. Who the flip wears a top hat, bro? I'm putting him as an elite S-tier villain just because of the top hat. Do you know how much of a menace you've got to be to not just own a top hat, but to have it in your daily fit rotation? This is villain behavior. Show me one other man who wears a top hat, like, just casually. A real villain who means real business has always got that fit on. Write that down. Write that down now. Don't just write. Nah, get it tatted. There is a scientific reason behind it. It's just in case they have to clip farm. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong in my life, bro. Maybe I should invest in a top hat. So upon deep reflection, I have realized that there are still some more examples I have to subject you fellas to. So prepare for more yap as I introduce you to the evil Uncle Iroh. Askeladd.
Which one of them do you think is stronger then?
Askeladd's the one. A pound of silver says I'm right.
I'm not betting. Why did you choose him?
I don't know. Zora?
Just a little disclaimer for you guys. There are going to be some spoilers for this one. So if you're planning to watch Vinland Saga or you haven't watched Vinland Saga yet, I'd suggest skipping it to this bit. If you have already watched it or you just don't care, keep watching. So, what makes this guy such a tough villain is a mixture of two things this man does extremely well. Number one, his ability to drop beautiful philosophical quotes.
Slave to money holds a whip, just so he can act like he owns a slave bought by money. But he's not aware of one thing. Truth is, all of us are slaves to something.
And then proceed to commit war crimes. And secondly, it's his ability to rage bait. This man pulls off some of the most beautiful pieces of rage bait I have ever seen. I have ever had the privilege to witness. Let me dive back into my first point. One of the fundamental abilities that makes an aura farmer stand out is the ability to think of and drop tough one-liners, quotes, monologues, speeches, or whatever straight off the dome. Askeladd proves time and time again that he is more than capable of pulling this off. The only thing is, even though he drops these super tough one-liners, specifically ones that make him seem super philosophical and deep and stuff, his real life actions are evil. Again, spoiler warning, but this man's main thing is that he's essentially the father figure to this kid with anger issues. And what doesn't make it any better is that the fact that he's like essentially taking this kid under his wing is because he's the one who killed this kid's dad in front of him after cheating in a duel. Watch the show, it's actually really good. But on top of that, he's shown to be very manipulative and he doesn't really have good morals, which is why I think calling him the evil Uncle Iroh is literally one of the best ways to describe him. But one thing I love about this man is how complex this character is, because I love complex characters. Like, on the surface, this guy's actions, they seem to be, and they are very evil and they lack any empathy. But when you retrospectively look at his character and his actions, after knowing what his lore is, and his dreams and his goals and why he does what he does, you understand him more and you realize there's more to him than just like some angry manipulative man. And my fault, nerd session over, but watch the show bro, it's so good. Second point, his ability to rage bait. Like I mentioned earlier, his adopted son, his name's Thorfinn, really wants to murder Askeladd for the reason to, because he wants to get revenge for his dad. So throughout the show, there's this recurring bit about Thorfinn asking for a duel. And while Thorfinn keeps on leveling up and getting strong or whatever, he's never able to defeat Askeladd. So you may be wondering why. And it's because anytime Thorfinn gets close, this man gets possessed by that one cashier guy on TikTok.
Check it, bro. Yeah, you have a blessed one, sweetheart.
Because almost any time Thorfinn gives him a little trouble, Askeladd hits him with the, this won't bring your dad back, right? And believe it or not, it works, and Thorfinn gets his ass handed to him every time. Okay, for real this time, my last example is none other than Anton walk him down Shiger. Yeah, that sounded like a slur, bro. But don't let this guy's appearance fool you. This man is a certified YN. This guy will walk you down for literally no reason. And if you still don't want to believe me on how evil this guy is, just take a look at this. He's even got a whole ass analyzing evil video about him. Once again, there are two main things that really stick out to me, highlighting this man's overall toughness. Firstly, it's his flipping aura. The way this guy genuinely walks people down is terrifying. Now, you know what? Let me just show you. There is no need to be doing all this, bro. And you know he's tough when Gumball recreates it.
Carpe diem!
This guy being downright terrifying wasn't enough. His whole bit, his whole thing, is that he flips a coin to decide whether he'll off you or not. Bro, what kind of gambling addiction is this? Like, this isn't even tough, bro. Go get some gambling therapy or something. Was blackjack not enough? Like, you can't even try and convince me this is him trying to aura farm. Bro's just got a massive gambling addiction. Like, this isn't cool, bro. Get help. As promised, that was my last one. However, I do have so many more examples. You know what that means?